Hello everyone, welcome. Today, we are back in Car Mechanic Simulator 2015 for the new year, for 2023. And I'm very, very happy. I hope all of you had a truly wonderful new year. I know I had a lot of fun being with family during that time period. And I really hope the rest of you also really had a really good time. Alright, so we have last stream. It was a while ago last stream. When we were learning about Australian Christmas carols. But last stream, we managed to pick up a couple of classic muscle cars from the auction. We're gonna be fully upgrading them, getting them as fast as possible, and then testing them to see just how quick we can make them, if they can stand up against their modern counterparts. I think they will, with supercharging and all the upgrades available for them. I think so. To the left, we have the Bolt Reptilia here, based off of the third generation, the C3 generation of the Chevrolet Corvette Stingray. And then to the right, we've got this beautiful Salem Spectra Fastback, based off, obviously, off of the Ford Mustang. Both very, very nice vehicles. And what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna flip a coin to determine what is the first vehicle that we restore for the new year. Alright, so we have a coin. Heads. If it's heads, we're gonna restore the Bolt Reptilia. Tails, we're gonna restore the Salem Spectre. Alright, so we're gonna flip it. Ooh. Heads. So the Bolt Reptilia. That is gonna be the first vehicle we restore today for the new year. So let's get diving right into it. Let's bring over the oil drain. Make sure we don't forget that, because we will need to drain the engine completely of its old oil. Alright, let's double check inventory. Inventory is empty. Let's remove all of these components. It's all nice and disassembled. Yeah, bumper, left tail light. It's a bit tricky to get removed just because they're very, very small. Very, very small, very fiddly components. Just out of curiosity, I want to see... We're not going to swap the engine just yet. We're going to get everything removed first. But yes, we can. We can swap in a supercharged supercharged twin cam V8. Not twin cam, twin carburetor. I'm fully awake today. Twin carb V8. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's get this engine all nice and disassembled here. Let's move the brake servo as well. Move the air filter base. Get this carburetor out of there. And we're gonna get the car completely disassembled. Everything must be removed. Now let's get these valve covers off. Not in the best of condition right now. This car needs a lot of work before it's ready to hit the track. That's what we're gonna do. That's why we're here. We're gonna make sure this vehicle is absolutely flying down the quarter mile. I really hope we get some really, really good performance out of this. I think we will. Push rod off, get the rocker arm. A lot of little fiddly components with the push rod V8. Regardless, you know, that is still very, very, very enjoyable to work on. Alright, let's get this exhaust manifold off here. That's gonna be completely replaced in the new car with the upgraded components. Get the intake manifold. Let's get that completely removed. There we go. Very, very nice. Alright, now back to the driver's side of the engine. Let's get this all nice and disassembled. Nice, very relaxed stream here. With this very, very nice Corvette. Originally conceptualized, at least partially, by Zora Arkhipantov. Very, 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 very brilliant engineer for the C1 generation. He was very, very instrumental in GM, specifically Chevrolet, creating, those sports cars. So we would definitely have him to thank for the creation of it, at least partially. All right, let's get this. Oh, nice. Remove the top end of the engine is. Oh, nice. And disassemble. There we go. All right, now let's get the radiator fan off of there. Serpentine belt, so let's get this off. The water pump pulley. All of the accessories, the power steering pump, the alternator. There we go. Get the timing cover off of there. And as you can see, it looks like that crankshaft is in absolutely terrible condition. So I'd imagine this car does not run. Oh, the camshaft is also in very, very bad condition. Nice, nice. All right, let's get the car raised up on the lifter. There we go. Let's get the engine all nice and drained of oil. Oh wow, that was it? That is like next to nothing. Gosh, someone run this car without oil. That's not good. All right, let's get. We can start with the front. Get this all nice and disassembled. Get the engine out of there. All right, hi there. The crankshaft bearing cap out. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Let's also remove the transmission. Get this all disassembled from the vehicle. Remove the starter. There we go. Now let's get the drive shaft. Let's remove the drive shaft. Disconnect the engine and transmission from the rear drive axles. There we go. The gearbox off of there. There we go. Very, very nice. Alright, let's lower the vehicle down. Get all the pistons out of the engine block. I'm going to be replacing them with high compression pistons for more power. Yeah, there we go. And get the vehicle raised back up again. Get the crankshaft out of there. Lower the vehicle back down again, get the engine block out of the vehicle. A lot of raising, a lot of lowering. There we go. Engine, most of the drivetrain is completely removed. Let's get the vehicle back up. Let's get all the front suspension components disassembled. Boop, 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 boop. Very, very simplistic suspension on the car. Got double wishbones up front. And we'll talk about the rear suspension of the Corvette when we get to the rear suspension here. And I will show you all sort of the differences between the in-game Bolt Reptilia and how the third generation Corvette rear suspension actually looks, because I can pull that up. And it is a very, very, very different can of worms. A very, very different setup. It is still leaf spring, but it's a leaf spring suspension in a way that actually allows independent rear suspension, which is really cool. I will show you more when we get to that. But right now we're disassembling. We're completely removing all of the front cross members, all the front suspension components. Getting all of this removed. Oh man, this suspension system has truly been abused, shall we say. Definitely needs quite a bit of love and care put back into it. A lot of new components. The steering rack off of the vehicle. Alright, let's get this front suspension cross member removed. Alright, let's get the exhaust system removed as well. Boop, 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 boop. Very simplistic exhaust system. Get the fuel system removed. There we go. Alright, so as you can see here, we have trailing arms. Oh, no, this is slightly different. And it has coil springs here. That's not how it is on the actual Corvette. Yeah, if you give me 1 second, I can pull that up. Because the way it actually is really cool. So let me pull this up real quick. All right. As you see here, all right. So we do still have the shocks and everything. We still do have the trailing arms going to rear disc brakes. But with this, you see it going across here. It is a set of leaf springs. And what that does is it's very simplistic. Helps cut down on weight. And does allow some rear strength in the rear suspension, but it still also allows for independent rear suspension. These axles can move independent of each other, which is really cool. Here's an actual sort of picture, a very small picture. But you can see the leaf spring going across there. There's the drive axles coming out of the differential there. Which is really cool. It's a really cool. I was absolutely blown away when I had learned about that. So yeah, I'm gonna close that out. Go back to here. But it is really cool, and it is interesting to kind of see the discrepancies between the in-game vehicles and the real ones, because the real Corvette, I believe for the most part, it had disc brakes at the rear, whereas this, with it being a classic muscle car, it does have drums. But regardless, we're gonna get this all nice and disassembled. Let's get this rubber bushing out of here. Get these leaf spring U-bolts. Let's get this all nice and removed. I'm gonna slowly drop the rear axle. The shock absorber off. Shock absorber cap, spring cap. All right, now back to the driver's side. There we go. Everything has now been completely removed from the vehicle. It's just nothing but a chassis. Let's get this nice and repaired. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous. And now for the button spamming. I'll be repairing all of these components. So many components. Come on. Haven't had a lot of, never mind. We got one bad one there. Come on. Hopefully a lot more of the suspension is in good condition. That's a big thing I want. Alright, coil spring. That's good. That is very, very good. Fuel tank. We can't fix the fuel tank. Alright, so back up in here. Let's get the fuel tank. Let's go to the performance shop as well. Fuel pump. Fuel filter. Let's get both of those in there. Alright, here we go. Rear shock absorber B. Rear shock absorber B. We need 2 of those. That all bolted in there. The spring caps put in there. We'll need 2 rear springs. Because the springs you cannot repair. We also need 2 rear shock absorber caps. Get both of those. Nice and put in there. There we go. We need 1 solid axle control arm. We're gonna need 2 bushings. Yeah, 2 regular rubber bushings. There we go. There we go. Get this all nice and bolted up into there. Rubber bushing. There we go. Leaf spring plate, we need 1 of those. And we'll see how many leaf spring U-bolts we need. We'll need 1 of those as well. Okay. Let's get those purchased. Leaf spring U-bolt, leaf spring plate. There we go. Back to the passenger side, getting these all nice and bolted in. Very nice. There we go. Rear axle knocker housing. Rear axle knocker housing. So far, so good. Rear drive axle. Both of those are in good condition. Always nice. Always nice. Drum wheel cylinder. Both of those are good. We need 2 brake shoes, though. Get both of those put on. We need 2 brake drums. Go. And we'll put on the wheel. We'll put on the rims in just a second, because I definitely wanna. I wanna look at what options we have. So we do have rim retro 08, but I also want to see. Want to go to the tuner shop. Want to see the other rims we have. Rim retro 01 black. That's not bad. Nah, actually, I do kind of like the rim retro 08, was it? Rim retro 08. Yeah. Get this all nice and bolted on. It looks very nice on the bolt rector, yeah. And we're probably gonna be going for a somewhat lighter but still, you know, very, very vibrant color. So with that, you know, we'll want the chrome rims, because that will definitely allow us, you know, I think it'll look pretty good. All right, now time to get a little bit of upgrades in the performance shop, in the exhaust. All right, we need 2 exhaust pipes. We need 2 front exhaust pipe via overhead valves. Middle muffler, we need 2 of those. We need 2 rear, nope. I made a mistake there. I got way too jumpy with the purchases. That's gonna cost us just a little bit. Middle muffler, get the higher performance versions on there. These are nice and bolted in there. Oh, we weren't able to restore the front suspension crossmember. That's a bit unfortunate. Let's get that front suspension crossmember. Let's get that purchased and put in there. There we go. We're gonna need 4 rubber bushings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get these all put on so we can bolt the front suspension crossmember up to the chassis. There we go. Final one here. Alright, we need a new steering rack. Because our rack has gone bad, we were not able to repair that. Alright, we need 2... Just use coffee cans mufflers to save money. Yeah, I know this is, you know, this is a lot of high performance stuff. We're gonna be fully upgrading the Bolt Reptolia based off of the 3rd generation Corvette. Let's get our instantaneous delivery here. We need 2 front steering knuckles. We were not able to restore those. Front steering knuckle B. B is usually the muscle car ones anyway, so we can get that put in. Inner tie rod. Outer tie rod. We have 1 extra inner tie rod. Or 1 extra outer tie rod. That's a mistake on my part, but those are cheap components, so that's not too bad. Alright, we were able to restore both of the bottom suspension arms. Let's get that all nice and bolted in there. Let's get the upper suspension arm nice and bolted in there. We need 2 double wishbone shock absorbers. Double wishbone shock absorber. Boop, boop. 2 shock absorber caps. And 2 front springs. Because none of those are repairable. None of those are serviceable. They must be replaced. There we go. We will need a new front sway bar. Front sway bar, and then 2 front end links. Get this all put in there. And the B is usually the ones that they use for the muscle cars. So that paid off in that regards. Let's get this upper suspension arm bolted in on the driver's side. There we go. Now the bottom suspension arm. The front sway bar and link in. And the front shock absorber. There we go. We need 2 front wheel hubs. We were not able to restore either of those. And we also need 2 hub caps. So let's get this all put together. And we'll get the the front brakes put on. And it's always good whenever you're working on your braking system, whenever you have your braking system exposed to open air, make sure you bleed your brakes. You need 2 brake discs, ventilated brake discs, 2 sets of pads. There we go. And we will need 1 caliper. Okay, that's fine. because when you're restoring vehicles, doing full restorations and stuff, there are quite a lot of components that you can repair. There are certain things that are not serviceable, like the brake discs, the brake pads and stuff, which is fairly accurate to real life. And you can't really restore brake pads too much that have already been worn down. Those are wear components. But yeah, there we go. But you do have a set percentage, percentage. So it's a random number generator when you're repairing the parts, and the higher you level yourself up, you can have a higher chance of being able to repair a component up to a maximum of 90%. So you can restore it 90% of the time, give or take. All right, let's swap the engine. Let's put in oh gosh. Oh, I want an empty swap. There we go. About to say I don't want it to put in the engine itself. I just want to swap the. Just want to be able to put in a new engine. All right, let's get the engine block. V8 overhead valve. Okay, very nice. Upgraded fuel filter. A lot of components now from the performance shop. Here we go. Alright, we need the alternator. We need improved power steering pump. And we're gonna need 8 pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 high compression pistons. Now let's get the upgraded clutch plate, pressure plate, and flywheel. There we go. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Getting this all back together. I don't think the crankshaft. No, the crankshaft is not. The crankshaft is not something that you can replace. The camshaft is though. So let's get the improved camshaft. Camshaft V8 overhead valve, let's get that in there. Let's get the cylinder head, let's get that purchased. The V8 overhead valve cylinder head. There we go. Start getting this all put back together. Let's raise the vehicle up. Optional flywheel, the optional clutch plate, the optional clutch pressure plate, get that all nice and bolted up into there. We need a new clutch release bearing. Let's get that purchased here. Hang on a second, we put in the new exhaust pipes. Did it get rid of it? What the heck? Okay. Well, that was definitely unfortunate. Alright, well, we need a new starter. Let's get the new starter put in there. This all nice and bolted up. Here we go. Let's get the let's try to get the crankshaft bearing cap. So we will need a new crankshaft bearing cap. Very rarely are we able to restore all 3 of them back to full performance. So let's get one more crankshaft bearing cap. There we go. Very, very nice. Alright, let's lower the vehicle down. Let's start getting all the accessories and all the pistons and everything. Let's get the engine all nice and rebuilt. The radiator on there. The higher performance alternator that helps reduce parasitic drag, all the parasitic power loss on the engine. Less resistance, the engine is able to transfer more power, is able to use more power to, you know, turn the wheels as opposed to turn all of those pulleys and everything. Alright, we need a distributor. Just to make sure, double check here. Yeah, we need... Oh, never mind. Distributor rotor. Ignition distributor cap. About to say, I thought these could be upgraded. There we go. Much, much better. We need a new cam gear though. I don't think the cam gear... Yeah, the cam gear is not an upgradable component. So instead we need to get the standard parts. Get that all nice and put in there. The timing chain, timing cover, get that bolted up. Water pump, get that bolted up. We managed to fully restore that, which is always nice. Alright. Brake servo, we did not get the brake servo repaired. Alright, our parts. Brake servo. There we go. And the battery, we need a new battery. Oop. Alright. We have 8 pistons, get these all put in there, the higher compression pistons. Don't like how it puts the optional parts behind the standard parts, because usually if you're purchasing the optional parts, you're going to use them to fully upgrade a vehicle. Come on. Let's get the upgraded cylinder heads on there. Very, very nice. Obviously, I am most certainly not doing the star pattern. I probably should start from the middle and then work your way outwards. That helps better seal the cylinder head gasket. If you start from the center and work your way outwards. Alright, we need 2 exhaust manifolds. That is an upgradable component. Exhaust manifold V8 overhead valve. Let's get both of those. Get that all nice and bolted up, all nice and shiny. Alright, we will also need 8 spark plugs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. No rocker arms. Nope. That's not how you spell push. Alright, so we will need 16 rocker arms, 16 push rods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then 16 rocker arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Woo! There we go. Get these all the new parts nice and reinstalled. High performance spark plugs only increase the engine horsepower by a very, very slight amount, like 0.1%. But since it is compounding, you do want to get the upgraded versions. Get all the valve push rods in there. And now all the rocker arms, get those tightened up. And it's already, it's coming together quite nicely. Put on an engine head cover. All nice and shiny and chrome. We managed to restore that. We managed to restore at least one of them, which is always good. Okay, we do not have a supercharged intake manifold, so that is going to be something that we will need to purchase. Because now we have putting in the supercharged engine and fully upgrading it. It's going to be, oh, I'm excited. If I can get the right spark plugs in. I am very excited to put the right, to tune this on the dyno, see just how fast it'll go. And we're also going to be drag testing it on the 1,000-meter strip. Alright, we need ignition wires. Those are upgradable components. Ignition wires. V8, there we go. Put that in there. You know it's high performance because it's red. The red ones go faster. If it's shiny, if it's chrome, and if it's red, that's how you know it goes much faster. That is kind of how they distinguished when the developers were making this game and the DLCs for this game. They're like, well, how do we signify that this is the performance variant? Just make it red. Or make it chrome. And that's what they did. But granted, it still looks quite nice when completed. Oh, very nice. All right. All right. Supercharged water pump pulley. Supercharger serpentine belt. V8 overhead valve. We pushed the wrong one there. All right. Let's see. No, there's no performance supercharger here. That's strange. Hang on. Engine head, exhaust manifold, fuel. Intake manifold. Not for anything that we have. It's a turbocharger, but there is not a supercharger there. Okay. Well then. Let's get that purchased and put on there. That's quite shocking. You'd think an intake manifold would be one of the performance upgrades available. You could put that quickly and easy in real life. I'd be happy they just had most parts in stock. Yeah, thankfully we have you know, instantaneous delivery. We got that, you know, really quick next second delivery there. Alright, surely we have carburetors. Carburetors are something that we can carburetor. And it is gonna be the 4-barrel carburetor. So 8 total barrels. Gonna be absolutely gorgeous. Getting this all bolted up. Yeah, I'm quite glad that they had some acceptable breaks from reality there. In that, you know, you're not waiting around for parts to show up. Scoop air filter. Scoop air filter. Scoop air filter. Alright, we don't have that. So we need a scoop air filter. There we go. Get that put on there. And we need an air scoop with the butterfly valves. Oh, this is gonna be very fun. Engine head cover A. A has the oil fill. Just bolted up here. The entire top half of the engine is now complete. Alright, we're gonna need some pulleys. Supercharged water pump pulley, crankshaft pulley. go. Alright, we need a serpentine belt B. Serpentine belt B, V8 overhead valve. There we go. Oh my gosh, so many belts. Serpentine belt A. We need a serpentine belt A as well. There we go. Put this on here. Radiator fan. Boop, boop. Alright, let's get the vehicle raised up, put on the rest of the bottom engine components. Oil pan, that's been fully restored. Alright, we will need an oil filter. V8 overhead valve oil filter. Let's get this nice and bolted on there. Alright, let's lower the vehicle back down. Let's see what components we still need to put on the body panels. Both of those are beautifully restored. The fenders, let's get that put on there. The door. Those are all in very, very good condition. We did a good job restoring most of the body panels. All right, let's see what reptilia. All right, we have the hood. The hood's gonna be useful for the supercharger, allowing that to poke through. And then let's go to the regular body part shop. Let's get the front bumper, and let's get the rear bumper there. Oh, we had a rear bumper. Whoops. It's a good thing profit margins are very, very large in this game. Because otherwise, that would cause some issues. Are we missing anything? We need to put oil in the engine. Oil is very, very important for the engine to run. Please do not run your engine without oil. That would be very, very dangerous. Our premium motor oil brand motor oil. There we go. Everything is now beautifully restored. Fully upgraded. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Let's get it to the paint shop. Let's change the color just a little bit because I'm not the biggest fan of that green. I want it more of a nice sort of surf blue color. That looks quite nice actually. Take it back to the garage. Oh, look at that. That's our car. Alright. Clip B. Clip B. Clip B. Where's clip B? Oh. I'm glad the game kind of does a dummy check for you because I totally forgot to put on the clips onto the distributors. Oh, it's gonna be difficult. Okay, hang on. Ignition wires, those are gonna go away. Oh, please don't make me disassemble the full engine or the full top half just to get that clip on. That's what's gonna have to happen. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. It's gonna be real quick. Get this off, get this off. Get this off, boop, boop, boop. Get the supercharger completely removed from the vehicle. We'll put it all back on in just a sec. Oh gosh, it is still being just a little bit difficult. Alright, let's get the manifold off as well. all of this because we forgot to put a clip on. Nope, clip. All right, let's get this off here. Full disassembly just have to deal with that clip. All right, there. It's unfortunate, but it is necessary. Get this all removed. Just so we can finally put back the clip on without the other components getting in the way. Oh, at least we learned from this. Make sure we don't make that mistake again. Flip B. There you go. Alright, let's get the high performance parts back on. Downside is if you did this in real life, you need a completely new head gasket. Which is something that you do not want to need to replace. Especially if you've already replaced it. So it is something that you... It would have been a very, very costly mistake for us if this was real life. Thankfully, the game does have some acceptable breaks in reality. Oh, it just makes the anticipation all that much more enticing. Once replaced, looked this in cam on a 232. When I put the top of the bench back on, I hadn't realized I didn't take the spark plugs out in the drag. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, thankfully the spark plugs for that's not too bad. I can't imagine that'd be too bad of a replacement issue. But yeah, that would definitely still be a real kick. A real bit of an issue, because then you need to head back to the store, get brand new spark plugs to try to finagle the gaps to acceptable levels, which even then you're kind of really risking it. You don't want to wear off the conductor or break off the conductor on the spark plugs, because then it's you have basically an infinite gap. But yeah, I can add... sorry to hear that. Alright, let's get these carburetors back on, the high performance carbs. There we go, put the air scoop on. Let's get the belts on, serpentine belt, radiator fan. Alright, are we forgetting anything else before we begin? Everything's at 100%. Oh, yay. Alright. Now we'll take it to the dyno. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna do a test run before setting up the carburetor to see just how much power it makes. 400, 500, 600, 700, 754. That is plenty respectable. Alright, now let's get the carburetor all nice and tuned up on this. Alright, both of those are together. That's not the proper ratio. Oh gosh. One more. Nope, one more. There we go. Perfect. Plus 18%. Now a test run. It's gonna be producing 800 some horsepower. 833. That is very respectable. Very, very respectable. I think we should probably I think we should probably, with that much power, it may be a good idea to swap out the tires for some much higher performance variants. So let's get the Slick Tire Plus. Get that put on there. Full on racing slicks. And now, trying to figure out why I took top back off, had to replace gasket. I realized, oh, So I mean, it's you know, it's a learning experience. At least if you have the time. Granted, replacing head gas is always difficult. Always very frustrating. Alright, but here we go. The drag test with the full-on drag slicks. Alright. Let's see. Alright, open top drag racer. Let's see just how fast we can get this to go. Alright. Oh, the speed! Trying to steer with keyboard as well. Oh, I'm bouncing off the rev limiter. It doesn't have a higher gear. It's limited by its transmission. It can't go any faster. Oh, still a 10-second quarter mile. That is very respectable. That is very fast, very quick. Oh, nice. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. Very fast drag racer. Woo. Very nice. Nice drink of water as well. Make sure you all stay hydrated. That Bonzo racing in the sim rig. Oh yeah, if I had a nickel for every time someone's asked me to let the cat drive one of the virtual cars, I have about 5 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it is strange that it happened 5 times. Let's move this to the center. Let's get a nice picture. Get a nice picture of this gorgeous Corvette-inspired Salem Spectre. Bolt Reptilia. Go to view, aperture. Get this around there. Now we want to actually raise it up just a little bit. There we go. That looks probably a little bit better. Kind of show off the proportions of the vehicle just a bit better. And now, picture. There we go. Always nice. I like sharing all the custom vehicles on the sim rig on the social media. Let's get the Bolt Hellcat in here. All right. So again, we're gonna be flipping a coin, a virtual coin. If it's on heads, we're gonna be restoring the Bolt Hellcat based off of a GM A body, probably like an Oldsmobile 442 Cutlass or a Chevy Chevelle. And if it's tails, we're gonna be restoring the Salem Spectre Fastback, that Mustang over there. So let me get that all set up real quick. Alright, heads, Bolt Hellcat, tails, Salem Spectre. Here we go. It is tails. Okay. That means we will be restoring the beautiful Salem Spectre, fully upgrading it, turning into a nice drag racing machine. Let us sell all of those excess components first. That way they don't take up any extra space. Let's start by completely stripping the vehicle down. Full on disassembly. Oh, it's not gonna let me remove the grill, that's fine. The grill is considered part of the frame, I guess. Let's get it put up on the lifter, raised up, so we can start disassembling the rear suspension components. Now this one, it does have the leaf springs at the back. Solid axle rear suspension. This all nice and disassembled. Oh, right, I need to remove the rubber bushings. The small rubber bushings. The fuel tank out of there. Alright, now back to the passenger side. Get this this side of the suspension all disassembled. Oop. 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 Very quick disassembly is, especially on the rear suspension of these older muscle cars. Where is Carroll Shelby when you need him? Yeah, Carroll Shelby. He made a lot of really good cars, both for Ford and for the Chrysler as well. Absolutely cool. Did you hear what Jack Roush? Ooh, yeah. Have a good one as well. Did you hear actually? Sprockets was telling me about this a couple of streams ago. Apparently they're remaking the Shelby Cobra. Well, at the very least, it's in a conceptual phase. And it's gonna be powered by a 5-liter Coyote V8 engine, which is absolutely cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the new Cobra looks like. It's kind of funny. Not like haha funny, but like what is that George Lucas quote? It's like poetry. It rhymes. Ford created a very Ford and Shelby together created a very high performance, two-door lightweight roadster in the Shelby Cobra, whose main opponent was the Chevy Corvette. And then during the 90s up through the 2010s, you had with Lee Iacocca and also Carroll Shelby having input as well. You had Dodge, or in Europe it was marketed as a Chrysler vehicle, but Dodge creating the Viper, another two-door lightweight roadster whose main competitor was the Corvette. Depends on who they can develop it. It could be awesome or done. I hope it's awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously, I'm never gonna be able to afford it, but it'd be fun. It'd be fun to at least drive it virtually in a lot of racing games. But it is interesting that with the Viper now being out of commission, being discontinued, that the Cobra is now coming back. And if the Viper had continued for just a little bit longer, we could have had the Viper and the Cobra together, two American venomous snakes, competing against each other performance-wise. But I do hope it is a vehicle that is very competitive, very quick, because it is Shelby American, the company that was created by Carroll Shelby. That is going to be the company that is going to be developing it, and it is going to be using some pretty high performance Ford engines with the Coyote. Very nice. So I do hope it is a very good car. I do hope it does make it in production, because back in 2005, I think, they teased a Cobra concept previously as well, but that never made it to production back in 05. And the 05 concept looked really cool too. It was available to be driven in Midnight Club Los Angeles, one of the few games you can actually drive it in, and it looks very, very nice. It's like a more modernized kind of new age design of sort of the Cobra look, and I kind of hope the new concept, and hopefully the new production Cobra also kind of follows in that design philosophy, because it looked really, really nice back in 05, and it still looks, that design still holds up today. Alright, let's get the engine now all disassembled. Get this all completely out of there to help reduce costs when we're going to be putting in the new supercharged V8 overhead valve engine. Get this all disassembled first. Get that out of the way so we can lower the vehicle without crushing the oil drain. There we go. Let's get this all nice and disassembled. Dive right into it. Everything must go. Everything must be torn apart. Now this is the twin car V8 on this one. Very, very nice. And it makes a respectable amount of power stock as well. Somewhere in the upper 200s, low 300s. Very, very nice. Keep some of the design also power, not set some of them much from my set. No, it's gonna at least currently the concept is powered just purely by the Coyote engine that powered the high performance one of the high performance Mustang variants, which is nice. But even then, if they went electric, as long as they kind of kept the more lighter weight design philosophy of the original Cobra, with big power, it could still be reasonably successful. It all depends. It all depends on how it's implemented, it seems. Right now, we're getting this engine all nice and disassembled. All the spark plugs coming out of here. All of the little itty bitty pieces of valve train need to be removed. And I like the new Mustang. Yeah, it's an interesting design choice with the electric Mustang. My big issue with it more so is the fact that they turned the Mustang into an SUV rather than the fact that it's electric. It's like Mitsubishi when they turned the Lancer and the Eclipse. In both of them, they turned those from, you know, their sort of main performance vehicles into an SUV and a CUV respectively, and yeah, they're not great cars, which is a shame because I love the old Mitsubishi performance vehicles, but now there isn't any Mitsubishi performance vehicles. They kind of make rebadged Nissans and Renaults, and it's unfortunate. I do hope that they're able to sort of revitalize the brand and come back swinging, even if they're not necessarily making, you know, cars that set the world on fire, at least making good cars. Alright, let's get these pistons out of here. Alright, we need to raise... Oh! We can get that next time. Let's get the crankshaft out of here. Get that disassembled. It may be a good SUV, but yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have called it a Mustang either. It's something else maybe, but it's... I don't understand. Because all you're gonna really do the people that care about the Mustang, you know, sure they may recognize the name, but they're not gonna be the ones that are gonna want to buy it, and they're gonna feel kind of betrayed by by the brand. It's it's kind of like the new Coke phenomenon, for lack of better words. Granted, thankfully they still have the regular Mustang there, so it's not a full-on replacement. But even then, it's it is an an issue. Gosh, we are not restoring anything, it seems. And we do have a 90% chance to restore the each individual component, but when the RNG does not work in your favor, it definitely causes some issues. And those that would buy it, sorry, back to the electric Mustang, the Mustang SUV, those that would buy it, most 90% of them wouldn't care what it's called. Oh gosh, that was a lot of components that were being broken. Alright, let's get this reassembled. We need a new fuel tank. If I can spell. Fuel tank. We need a high performance fuel pump. There we go. There we go. Oh, we should probably get the vehicle set up for the supercharged V8 we're putting in it. That would be a good idea. So let's swap the engine. Empty swap. There we go. And while we're here, let's swap the tires as well for the high performance slick tires. Now I can fully focus on building this up, tuning this up to the drag racer it is supposed to be. The live axle in there. Now we need one solid rear drive axle. We need 2 drum wheel cylinders. Let's get this put in. Brake shoes are good. Brake drums are not. We need 2 brake drums. Okay, we managed to restore all of the rims. Oh, it looks so cool with the high performance drag slicks on there. Alright, get that knuckle out. We need a new solid rear drive axle. Solid rear drive axle. That, purchase that put in. There we go. New drum cylinder, new brake shoe, new brake drum. Alright, we managed to restore 1 leaf spring. We managed to restore both leaf spring plates. How many U-bolts? At least 3. Yeah, 3. Alright, so we're gonna need a leaf spring and a leaf spring U-bolt. So let's get that. Oh. Oh. Thankfully, components are fairly cheap, fairly inexpensive. Unlike real life, things are very, very expensive in real life. Alright, we need 2 rear shock absorbers and 4 small rubber bushings. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh dear. Playing on keyboard's always just a little bit difficult. When you've gotten used to playing with a controller, it does make things just a little bit tricky. Get this all nice and bolted up. Very, very nice. Alright. Where are you? Put in the rubber bushing. Put in this rubber bushing here. Very, very nice. Alright. Now time to get some of the performance parts. So we need exhaust. Alright, we need two. Nope, not for the Stradale. We need 2 exhaust pipes. We need 2 front exhaust pipes. We need 2 middle mufflers. And we need 2 V8 overhead valve rear mufflers. There we go. This nice and assembled. Very, very nice chrome components. Front suspension cross member. We need 4 standard rubber bushings. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what? Oh, just a standard front sway bar. Cool. Front sway bar. We need a front steering knuckle as well. And steering knuckle B. Because most of the muscle cars use B components. It's always good to double check. But the front wheel hubs are in good condition. Always nice. We need an upper suspension arm. We need a lower suspension arm. We do need a lower suspension arm. Wow. One side we managed to fully restore, one side we did not. Lower suspension arm. Shock. We got 2 front shock absorber caps, 2 double wishbone shock absorbers, and 2 front springs. There we go. Get that all nice and reassembled. We're gonna need a new steering rack as well. We need 2 of these. Steering rack, and 2 inner, and then 2 outer tie rods. There we go. That all nice and bolted in. I thought I purchased a bottom suspension arm. Did I purchase a bottom suspension arm B? I may have purchased a bottom suspension arm B. Whoops. Let's get the front wheel hub in there. Get a suspension arm put in there as well. Get all of these components all nice and put in there. All the sway bar front end links. There we go. Rubber bushings, those go in there. Very, very nice. We need 2 front wheel hub caps. And then go to the brakes because we're gonna need some components there. Yeah, 2 brake disc ventilated, and 2 brake pads. And probably other stuff too. Like a brake caliper. That is exactly what we're gonna need. Get that purchased. Get the rim retro put on there with the high performance drag slicks. So that is all of the suspension components put back on. Let's lower the vehicle back down. Let's get the engine block in there, and the crankshaft. Engine block. That's going to need replacing. Man, one of the more expensive components that we are definitely going to need replaced. That's unfortunate, because that is something that we could have repaired. Brake servo's good. We need a battery. Let's get the battery in there. Alright, now for the fun stuff. Let's begin in the performance shop. We need an alternator. We need a power steering pump. We need 8 pistons. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 2 cylinder heads. 1, 2. We need 8 spark plugs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need a camshaft. We're gonna need ignition. We're gonna need ignition distributor rotor, ignition distributor cap. And we're going to need ignition wires. What else am I forgetting? Oh, gearbox stuff. Upgraded clutch pressure plate, upgraded flywheel. There we go. This will help the performance of the vehicle. We get to see just how fast it can go. Oh, we need a fuel filter. That's what I was forgetting. Fuel filter. Let's get that in there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Get the high performance camshaft in there. Alright, let's raise the vehicle up. Let's get some of the other lower parts of the engine all put in there. Crankshaft in there. Get all of these crankshaft bearing caps. We need 2 crankshaft bearing caps. Wow. Okay, let's get that in there. 2 crankshaft bearing caps. Good evening. Evening, Sprockets. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. We're currently in the process of turning this Salem Spectre based off of the Ford, Ford Fastback Mustang. We're turning it into a drag car, fully upgrading it. About to completely reassemble the engine with all of the high performance components. And it's gonna be great. We just restored the we just got done restoring the Boat Reptilia, the C3 Corvette, just a bit earlier. And that was a lot of fun. That one got a 10-some second quarter mile, 10.16, I think, which is very, very quick. Unfortunately, these vehicles, the muscle cars in this game, are kind of limited by top speed. They're kind of maxing out the rev limiter right as they're crossing the quarter mile mark. Yeah, so we're gonna see the Corvette made about the Boat Reptilia made about 830 horsepower, and here we're gonna be once with this it gets fully built up, we're gonna see just how much power it makes here. Did I get 1, 2? Yeah, okay, I got all the crankshaft bearing caps put in there. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Let's get this all put back together. Got a distributor. Ignition distributor. Could have sworn I got the ignition distributor. Now we do. Ignition distributor rotor, ignition distributor cap. Let's not forget the clips this time. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention we had to completely disassemble a good chunk of the engine on the Boat Reptilia because smooth brain dumb Isaac here completely forgot to put on those clips, and it's impossible it's impossible to put on once you have some of the supercharger components on the vehicle. What do we need? Gear. Timing, cam gear. There we go. Almost forgot what I was looking for. Get this all nice and bolted up. Oh, the water pump's in very poor condition. Water pump via overhead valve. There we go. We're gonna need a bunch of pulleys. Here we go. It's the little things that bite you every time. Exactly. The big things are easy. It's the little things like, you know, you're turning a bolt, you know, righty tighty, righty tighty, righty tighty. Oh, wait a second. Now it's righty loosey. Oh gosh. All right, time to get the tap and die set. That is a very unfortunate, a very common occurrence. Not pulley. We need a belt. We need a bunch of belts. Serpentine belt A, serpentine belt B, and where is the supercharger serpentine belt? There we go. That's all gonna be going on the vehicle. All right, let's get all of these pistons on here. The high compression pistons. All the extra power. In the previous stream, we were upgrading a whole bunch of trucks and SUVs and everything. And those made about 850 horsepower when fully tuned. So these muscle cars aren't quite as powerful, but due to the fact that they're much lighter than the SUVs and the trucks, and they're on full drag slicks, they're able to get a slightly faster quarter-mile time, which is very nice. Get the performance engine head on there. Alright. Now time to get a whole bunch of components. Alright, we need 2 exhaust manifolds. Exhaust manifold, V8 overhead valve. We need 2 carburetors. 2 4-barrel carburetors. We need... We have the high performance spark plugs? We do. Good. Let's get those put in there. We're going to need 16 valve push rods and 16 rocker arms. That's going to be a lot of little itty bitty purchases. One thing that I saw in the later games, the later versions of this game, the 2018 and I think that maybe the 2021 version, you can actually choose how much you want to purchase in a single purchase as opposed to purchasing every single component individually, which is a great quality of life update. So I'm looking forward to once we exhaust all the different builds in this game, and I mean all the builds, we're going to be fully upgrading every single car that is in this game. Because I'm a weird completionist like that. We may eventually move on to car mechanics similar to 2018. Alright. We need 16 of you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We need 16 push rods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There we go. Now we can actually get these all put in there. Get the rocker arms all nice and bolted in there. But all of you that are watching, I do hope also that you did have a very good New Year's. Very nice time. Got to watch the ball drop on New Year's Eve as well. Very fun. Obviously I watched it on TV. I don't know why. I mean, at the very least, it's not for me you know, the crazy crowds and waiting, you know, with all of that stuff in like Times Square or anything like that. I don't know who would want to do that. Very a lot of crowds. I don't know how those people even like go to get something to eat or use the restroom or anything. That's got to be very very difficult. But I was watching that. I got to just kind of have a very kind of chill night in with the family. Very enjoyable. And it's always cool kind of watching you know, the you know, as the clock ticks over to the new year for like each part of the world as well, with the time zones and everything. You know, because it was earlier in the morning. I was watching a Japanese VTuber. She does racing games as well. I was watching her New Year's Eve stream as well. Supercharger intake manifold. We need one of those. Supercharger intake manifold. And it's really funny because, you know, I'm just, you know, getting up, or, you know, kind of finally waking up with, you know, all that. And over there it's already like the very next day. Supercharger overhead valve. There we go. Let's get this in there. Get this all bolted up. The carburetors in there, the high performance carburetors, more fuel, more power. And unfortunately, there is no high performance scoop air filters. So we only have standard scoop air filters. Which is unfortunate because that can definitely affect our power. If we did have the high performance versions available to us, that is not the case. Let's raise the vehicle up. Get the new filter on there. They live in the future. I don't give you what the lottery numbers are going to be. Oh, I wish it worked that way. Yeah, but it is kind of interesting how interconnected the world is and everything with that. How you can, you know, watch someone halfway around the world celebrate their New Year's, you know, an entire 12 hours. You know, before you celebrate your New Year's. Filter. Data red valve filter. Am I forgetting anything? Radiator fan. Yeah, we're missing the serpentine belts. Missing a bunch of components there. And then we gotta put the body paddles back on the car. Recharge a serpentine belt there. Put the fan on. Very close up to the radiator. There we go. That's all that. Very nice. Nothing missing there. Okay. Components. Let's get all the stuff that doesn't have. Well, that's a bust. All right, we need 2 doors. 2 doors. Fastback left door, fastback right door. Alright, we're gonna need some headlights, we're gonna need some taillights, we're gonna need some bumpers. Let's see what the tuner shop has available. We are gonna need that upgraded hood. Ew. I do not like any of those taillight designs. Yeah, the smoked out headlights are nice though. Let's put the standard taillights on there. We don't have a front bumper. Okay, that's fine. We have the smoked out. Whoopsie daisies. Let's get the actual smoked out front headlight on there. Close the hood down. Let's not actually do that because we need to put oil in. Front bumper. Get the oil in the engine. our premium motor oil brand oil. Very nice. Everything is now fully restored. Let's move it to the paint shop. And let us, I've got an idea of what color I want this one. I do want this one kind of a nice... I know, it's a little bit cliche, but I mean, you gotta respect the classics, you know, with the Steve Mc... That's a little bit brighter than I wanted. It's a little bit darker. That is much brighter than I wanted that. That's better. It's kind of reminiscent of a much more modernized, much more upgraded version of the fastback Mustang used in Steve McQueen's Bullet. But now, let us take it to the dyno. Let's test it. There's no car in the dyno. Now, let's take it to the dyno. All right, let's see how much power it makes before the carburetor tuning. 721. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's a little bit less than the Corvette made before carb tuning. Let's see. All right, you are equal. You are equal. Now I just gotta make you go. There we go. Perfect. Tuning saved. Carburetor's all adjusted. Now let's test it. Should be in the 800s. Oh, just a bit short. Okay. That's unfortunate. Still, 797. That is nothing to, you know, stick your nose up at. That is still a very nice amount of power. Let's take it to the drag strip. One of the best straight chase scenes in movies. Yes, I fully believe Steve McQueen basically started his film career just as a means of driving a whole bunch of really cool cars. Cause he did Bullet, where he was driving the beautiful Mustang fastback. He did Le Mans, where he was driving the absolutely gorgeous Porsche 917. I think at a point he kind of decided, you know what, I got an idea for a movie. This is what's gonna allow me to drive this car. Someone write a script around that that allows me to drive this car. All right, here we go. Woo, healthy amount of wheel spin. You can hear the supercharger whine. 10.2. Wait, is this really only a three-speed transmission? Oh gosh. Oh. It's only a three. Why is it only a 3-speed? Oh gosh. Okay. All right, we got a little bit squirrely there. I'm gonna try to keep that just a little bit smoother. I wanna see if we can't get it just a little bit quicker off the line. Cause I think we can get into the 10.1s without too much issue if I can keep it straighter. It's very difficult to make small adjustments with keyboard driving these cars. There we go. 9, 10, 10.2 exactly. I'll take that. Yeah, it's only got 3 speeds, only 3 gears. Wish James Dean lives on. Pony was a pretty good driver as well. I can see them both in more car movies. Oh yeah, that's true. Would have been nice. To be fair, I wish there was more. I wish there was more movies nowadays where the car is also the star of the movie. Because like back then, granted, during a time before, a little bit before my time, but watching those older movies, it's really cool seeing, you know, the very high-end, very gorgeous cars being, you know, sort of the front set piece of the movie, and then they're vehicles that you remember and they stick with you. Yeah, this turned out very nice. This was very gorgeous. Very nice. Let's get a good picture of it up on that lift. fully restored. Alright, let's move this down just a little bit. Alright. 3. Back this up just a tad. Now we don't want the Corvette in the shot too much. F5, adjust the aperture. Right around there. There we go. Have that saved as a screenshot. Post that on the socials a bit later, probably tomorrow. And the final car of the stream that we're gonna be fully upgrading, the Bolt Hellcat. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Let me clear my inventory real quick. I'm actually going to run to the restroom just really quick. I will be back in less than a couple of seconds. So please be patient. I'll be back with you in just a sec. All right. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate that. Don't worry. I did make sure I washed my hands. First few Fast and Furious and Gone in 60 section were really good horror movies. The last real good ones. Yeah, there hasn't really been a whole lot of like movie cars as of late. I kind of wish it'd be really nice to kind of have that come back, have that make a return. Stop. Oh yeah, car. Okay, the first Cars, I do unironically enjoy. It doesn't really tread any new ground, but it is still a very enjoyable movie that I like. The second one though, much less so. I don't like the second one. Okay, now let's get this car all nice and restored. The beautiful Bolt Hellcat. Beautiful. Very nice. It's based off of the GMA body, probably something like a close mix between the Oldsmobile Cutlass 442 and the Chevrolet Chevelle. Very nice. Fun fact about the GMA bodies, the older GMA bodies, is up until the late 70s, early 80s. They were at least partially assembled, and some of the components were made in Baltimore, which is a city that's very close to me. Which is really cool. So this is kind of like the GMA body is sort of like the hometown car, which is nice. Everything from, you know, the Oldsmobile Cutlass to the Chevy Chevelle to the Monte Carlo, all of those were made, or at least had components that were made in Baltimore. And that's really cool. So because of that, the A body, the GMA bodies do have a little bit of a soft spot in my heart, because they are the hometown heroes. And while they're not, you know, top of the world or top of like the cool car list and everything like that for me, they're still I still rank them a lot higher than probably a lot of people would, just because of, you know, just the, you know, the hometown appeal and everything. Very, very nice. All right, let's get all the gearbox components off the vehicle. All right, front suspension. Let's get this all disassembled. I'm probably gonna put on some custom rims on this one. The good old days of Baltimore. Yeah, I would love to see, you know, more like auto manufacturing come back to Baltimore. That'd be really cool. But that's not currently in the cards, or at least it's not in talks. But it's not much I can do in that regards about it. Let's get the suspension all disassembled. Oh man, this poor vehicle is in very, very poor condition. Probably one of the roughest condition vehicles we've gotten so far this stream. Really, everything is in very, very rough shape. Looks like someone buried it in a swamp and then kind of forgot about it. So the suspension cross member is all removed. All of the rubber bushings, get this out. Alright, there you are. Let's get the oil drain pan. Get all the oil out of the engine before we go disassembling it. Alright, line that up. There we go. Move the oil drain plug. Get all the oil out of the engine. A lot of oil in there. There we go. Alright, now time for the disassembly of the engine. Getting everything all removed. DPG and Allison transmission used to be in Baltimore as well. Yeah, I think Allison moved it just a little bit up north though. I think Allison may still be in Maryland. At the very least, there is an Allison plant a bit further up north, along like the Route 40 corridor, I think. But still, yeah, they used to have a plant as well in Baltimore. There's a lot of cool stuff in Baltimore. I've been kind of reading up on the history of the city and everything. Alright, let's get this engine all nice and disassembled. Single carb, we're gonna change that. Yeah, unfortunately the engine, the bolt, the Hellcat in this game, it is not all that quick in its stock configuration. We are going to make this a beast to be reckoned with. Full upgrades. With the supercharger, with all of the components, all of the performance components. Probably won't go quite as fast as the Reptilia or the Salem Spectre, but it'll give them a run for their money. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Get all of these accessory components out of the vehicle. All of the rocker arms, all of the valve train. There we go. Driver's side cylinder head is removed. Let's get the passenger side all removed as well. Boop, 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 boop. And this is going to be an entirely different vehicle when we get done with it. Thankfully for the chassis restoration, that is a guaranteed 100% chance of getting that restored. Because otherwise, I can't imagine, you try to restore the chassis and it says, nope, chassis is bad, you broke it. That would be, what engine is this? Oh, this is, the original engine in this is the single carb pushrod V8. We're going to be swapping in the twin carb pushrod V8. I wish you could swap in the modern engines that are available in this game, but unfortunately the old cars can only take older engines, which is a bit unfortunate. But I mean, we're still going to have a lot of power with the supercharger once we get in. But yeah, this is the Bolt Hellcat. It's gonna be very, very nice once we get this all disassembled. Did we get? Yeah, we did. Okay. We didn't need to roll. We didn't need to raise that up. We could just get the pistons out from up top. There we go. Piston, 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 piston. Piston, 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 piston. There we go. Now we can raise it up. Get the crankshaft out of there. Lower it back down. A lot of raising, a lot of lowering. Okay, now we can restore the chassis. There we go. Very, very quick, thankfully. And now time to try to repair all the components. Here we go. This is not 90%. I'm getting a whole bunch of broken ones there. Come on. Be nice to me, game. And there are so many components that you can restore. And it does vary fairly wildly on how successful you are, even if the game does say you have a 90% chance of repairing each component. It doesn't always, the RNG doesn't always agree with you. Alright. Let's get this all put back together. This is gonna be really gorgeous. I'm gonna really enjoy this one. This one I might actually keep. I might not sell this one. One of the few vehicles I keep in storage. Alright, we need a leaf spring. How many leaf spring U-bolts? We very rarely are we able to restore all 4 leaf spring U-bolts on the muscle cars. And yeah, we need 1 leaf spring U-bolt as well. Okay, let's get that put on there. Let's get that purchased. Leaf spring U-bolt, and we need a leaf spring. There we go. Leaf spring plate, leaf spring U-bolt. Alright, we're gonna need 2 shocks, 4 small rubber bushings. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 shocks. Not 2 shocks, sorry. Fuel, we need a fuel tank. We need a fuel filter, we need a fuel pump. There we go. Get this all put in there. New fuel tank, new fuel pump. Ironically, we've managed to restore every single fuel pump, which is funny because we're not going to be using those fuel pumps because we're replacing with the fully upgraded versions. But it does make for some nice money down the line. We need 2 brake drums. Right. We need to actually go to their standard part shop, because there are no upgraded brake drums. It'd be cool if we could do brake conversions. Wow. We had some really bad luck with restoring the rims. That's fine. We can get some custom rims for our vehicle. So that's rim classic. Let's see what we have available to us at the body part at the tuner shop. I want to go with these for. Get this all bolted up. This is going to look very, very nice on the vehicle. Solid rear drive axle. Get this all put together. There we go. Very, very nice. Oh, we should probably actually swap around the tires and the engine while we have this. Do an empty swap. There we go. Yes. Now it's able to accept the V8 supercharged engine. Let's swap one of the slick tires. Very, very nice. All right. Now let's get the exhaust all put back on. All right. We're going to need equipment shop exhaust. All right. 2 exhaust pipes. 2 front exhaust pipes. 2 middle mufflers. No. Yes. And 2 rear muffler V8 overhead valves. There we go. I see V8 and my brain is immediately like, click on it! Click on it! But no, we need the other V8 overhead valve versions of those components. Alright, let's get the front suspension all put back together. We need a new front suspension cross member. And we need the short version. There we go. Get that all put in there. We need 4 bushings. We need a steering rack. We have not had any luck with the steering rack. We've had very, very poor luck with the steering rack. We need a front steering knuckle B. Front steering knuckle B. There we go. We need 2 bottom suspension arms. Get these all put back together. Now the tie rod. Oh, we're gonna need shock absorbers. The wishbone shock absorber, 2 front shock caps, and we need 2 springs. There we go. Alright, let's see. Front wheel hub, both of those are in good condition, thankfully. Alright, we need a sway bar and a sway bar front end link Bs. Front sway bar, 2 sway bar front end links. There we go. Because the muscle cars, all of the muscle cars, well, pretty much all of the old muscle cars use the B component. We're going to need an upper control arm. The rubber bushing in here. There we go. Rubber bushing. Get that bolted in there. Inner tie rod. Front steering knuckle. Outer tie rod. Get that bolted in there. Bottom suspension arm. Ooh. 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 And the front wheel hub. Getting all of the upgradable components put in first kind of helps the flow of things, help things flow much better. You're less likely to forget anything. Less likely, not necessarily guaranteed to, as I found out earlier with the clips. But now I know. Now I'll make sure I don't make that mistake again. All right, we need 2 brake disc ventilated. And 2 pads. There we go. Brake pads. Brake caliper. Get that put on there. Brake disc ventilated. Brake pads. Brake caliper. Now we're gonna need 2 wheel hub caps. Get these optional rims put on there. I think it looks quite nice. It's gonna look even better when we paint it. We paint the rest of the vehicle. I'm gonna go for a more subdued color. Maybe a nice sort of high gloss black. Be very, very nice on it. All right. This is the vehicle lowered. All right, time for all of the upgraded components. We need 8 pistons. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 8 spark plugs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need an alternator. We need a pump. Our steering pump. We need camshaft. We need cylinder head. We need a cylinder head. Here we go. Here we go. Where is it? There we go. What else we need? Ignition. I know how to type. Ignition distributor cap. Ignition distributor rotor. Ignition distributor. Ignition wires. What else are we missing? What else are we missing? What else are we missing? Oh, manifold. Exhaust manifold, V8 overhead valve. There we go. That should be all of the performance upgrades we need. And we failed at restoring that engine block. That's unfortunate. No. Yes. We want that one. Get that put in there. Get the upgraded camshaft put in there. Get the upgraded distributor. All of the upgraded ignition components. Get that all nice and reinstalled. The clips. We've had very, very good luck with restoring the clips, surprisingly. Optional fuel filter. Optional power steering pump. Get that put in there. Alright, radiator. That's good. Alright, let's raise the vehicle up. Alright, we're gonna need some standard components. We're gonna need a timing chain. We're gonna need a cam gear. We're gonna need a bunch of belts. Serpentine belt A, serpentine belt B, supercharger serpentine belt. We're gonna need a pulley, supercharger water pump pulley, and the crankshaft pulley. We're gonna need a bunch of rocker arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're gonna need a bunch of push rods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're gonna need carburetors. I forgot about that. 1, 2. There we go. We're going to need scoop air filters. We're going to need battery. Probably missing some other stuff too, but this will help out at least a little bit. Get the we're gonna need a crankshaft. Crankshaft V8 overhead valve. I'm surprised there isn't an upgraded version of the crankshaft. We did manage to get all the crankshaft bearing caps all nice and restored though, which is good. Very rarely do we get all three of them. There we go. Alright, let's get all of the custom gearbox components on there. All the drivetrain components. Oop. 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 We're gonna need a clutch release bearing. Put that in there. Gearbox, thankfully we managed to fully restore that. That is a very expensive component to replace. Starter, that's in good condition. Drive shaft, get that put in there. Bolt that up to the transmission. Now we bolted it up to the differential. Ooh, ooh. Very, very nice. Alright, let's lower the vehicle back down. New battery in there. We need a new brake servo. We need a new brake servo. That is one thing we were forgetting. There we go. That's all good. Now back to the passenger side. Get these pistons in there. The high performance, high compression pistons. Alright, there we go. Set the upgraded engine heads on here. Alright. Set the upgraded exhaust manifolds with all the custom welds and everything. Equal length headers. Very, very nice looking in the engine bay. With these the upgraded spark plugs, high performance spark plugs. Get them in there. And it's starting to look right. Oh yeah, it's starting to look absolutely gorgeous. Getting all the push rods, all the little itty bitty valve train components in here, all the rocker arms. Nice. We need a new engine head cover. Head cover A, because that's the side that the oil goes in. Passenger side is usually A, and that passenger side also is usually the side that gets the oil. For some reason, they keep that consistent throughout the entire game. That put in there. Timing cover. We need a new timing cover. There we go. And also, hang on. I realized we forgot something. Supercharger tick manifold, supercharger V8 overhead valve. There we go. We have forgotten those components. Those are the new stuff that we're going to need, regardless of the condition of anything else. Water pump, that's in good condition. That all bolted up. Okay, we put the clips on. I want to make sure we didn't forget that. Serpentine belt. Let's get this custom engine head on here. Big power. I'm looking forward to seeing just how fast this goes. All the custom spark plugs. There we go. The custom ignition wires. All of the valve train components on the driver's side cylinder banks now. So many of them. I cannot imagine trying to play this game on a laptop with just a trackpad. Your poor fingers would get worn out way too quickly. This is definitely a game that was designed to be played with a mouse. Engine head cover, that one's in good condition, thankfully. Get this all bolted up. Oh, we're getting close to finishing up this engine. I want to see just how fast it'll go. Probably not quite as quick as either the Salem Spectre Fastback or the Bolt Reptilia. But it'll still be decent. There we go. The supercharger, serpentine belt on there, all the carburetors on top. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is going to be fun. Alright, what am I forgetting? Oil filter, serpentine belt, a radiator fan. And the oil pan. Okay, so all the lower stuff, and then some of the accessories up front here. I'm glad that we have that checklist. I'm so glad we have that checklist. Come on, get in there. There we go. Raise this up. Realize we didn't purchase a filter. We need a new oil filter. $9 oil filter, very, very cheap. I guess we'll probably get like a shop discount or something like that from the auto parts store. Most time oil filters are like $15 or close to that. I think that's everything now? That is everything. Very nice. Alright, let's get the car lowered. Let's get all the components back on it. Okay, we need a front fender. We're leasing the front left fender. Trunk, we don't have a trunk. Okay. So let's go to the standard body part shop first. Okay. Front left fender. Trunk. Inner shop. Okay. Hood. Front bumper, rear bumper. Let's go full tuning with this. Why not? Let's see what it'll look like. And don't worry, we will definitely change the color from the mint green to something a little bit more aggressive. I'm thinking like the high gloss black will look very, very nice on this. Going with the full-on murdered out look. So far, so good. Oh, oil. Oil is important. Oil is very, very important. Please do not starve your engine of oil. Get that all in there. Almost forgot. There you go. Get that lowered. Very nice. Let's go to the paint shop. Full on deep high gloss black. Very nice. Very, very nice. And now, let's move it to the dyno. Alright, test run before carb tuning. See what its baseline is. Oh, 787. Okay. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Can't do ECU tuning, Isaac. Alright, those two are together. There we go. That's been set. Test run. 869. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Very nice. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I hope it's fast. I hope it's very, very fast. And here I was thinking it wouldn't make as much power as either the Corvette or the Mustang. I came through. Time for the drag strip. Oh, here we go. I'm excited. I want to see how fast it'll go. I want to see how fast it'll go in a quarter mile. Can we break into the nines? Can we break into the nines? Upshift, please. 10. Oh, not the best, but I was bouncing off the rev limiter. Oh, and it doesn't let me go up to a higher gear. 4 is the maximum gears. I do hope in future games that you can swap in more transmission with more gears than just 4, or at the very least change the gear ratios. I know the 2021 game has drag racing, so that may be something you can do. It'd be horrible if you couldn't, because no matter how much you upgraded your older vehicles, if they're limited by the gear ratio, there isn't much you can make them to go that faster. They'll reach that speed very quickly. All right, let's do this without bouncing off the rev limiter. Nine. Oh, almost. Almost under the 10s. That being said, this car would be very, very good for 10-second index bracket racing. That'd be very, 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 very good car for that, being right around that region. That'd be very, very nice. Ah, sweet. All right, yo, I'm definitely keeping the Bolt Hellcat. That is a very, very nice looking car. Let's make sure we get a very, very nice nice picture. Huh? Hang on a second. OBS is giving me some issues. There we go. Sorry, OBS threw a fit there. Hopefully everything is still working properly. It looks to be that case. Looks to be the case. Oh, and this car, this is very, very nice. All right. B. There we go. Right around there. Now we take the photo. Absolutely gorgeous Bolt Hellcat. All right, let's give these vehicles a nice new home. Looks okay here. Very good. OBS kind of, it was just a little bit of a fit. When I tried to activate the camera in game. So we're gonna be selling these vehicles. On one hand, it's gonna give us a lot of money to purchase some new stuff. On the other hand, I really like it. We should give it a new home. It wouldn't do good just to have it in storage if we're not gonna continuously race it. We'll give it a very nice home. Let's make sure we sell all of the inventory. And now, let's focus on purchasing the cars for the next stream that we're gonna be fully tuning. Let's go to the auction center. Good cars, good cars, good cars. Let's see what's available to us. Wouldn't mind fully upgrading that Sakura GT20 based off of the Toyota 2000 GT. Very, very nice car. Ooh, the Tempest Magnum. We haven't fully upgraded that yet. That might be a good one. We can do. Let's try to get that. Max bid probably around 19,000. Come on, Mr. Pennybags. I want this. Even better. That's actually a pretty good deal. That's gonna go in the garage. The Tempest Magnum. Another Steve, or granted, it was the vehicle that was the antagonist in a Steve McQueen movie for Bullet, but also very, very nice. Very nice car. Oh, the Salem Flammo. We haven't fully upgraded one of those yet. Little itty bitty, based off of the little Ford Pinto. Yeah, let's throw a hat in the ring. 11 grand max. Oh, we didn't get that. Whoops. This is what happens when you're distracted. Alright, the Cast Earthquake, we've already fully upgraded once on stream. That was the previous stream. Very, very quick as well. I managed to run 11s in the quarter mile when upgraded. We're gonna skip that. Next vehicle. The Reno Piccolo. Little hot hatch that we can turn it into, maybe. Max 12 grand. Let's see how far it goes. If it goes above 12 grand, we're okay, cool. Reno Piccolo. That's gonna be the other vehicle as well. A good mix of vehicles that we're gonna be fully upgrading next stream. And let's get one or two more vehicles. The Del Rey Custom. We did fully restore one of those, but we did not fully upgrade one of those. So yes, I'm gonna focus on getting one of those to fully upgrade. All right, max bid 20 grand. I actually want one of these. Nice. That's gonna go in parking. We'll try to let's see if we get one more vehicle. I'm gonna try to get either that Salem Spectre or that Royale GTR. Both of those are very, very, very pricey vehicles. But if we can get one of those, that'd be really cool. That'd be very, very nice. The Salem Spectre is based off of the modern Mustang. Oh boy, this one's gonna be a bit pricey. Max bid 30 grand. 35 grand max bid actually. Let's see if Mr. Moneybags is gonna be mean to us. Oh, come on. Don't be mean to us. Don't be mean to us, Uncle Pennyworth. Come on. 35 grand, that's our max. Bruh. Okay. GG, you wanted that car. Fine. And then the final car of the auction. The final car of the auction. The Royale GTR based off the Mercedes SLS AMG with the gold wing doors. Granted, the gold wing doors are missing on this vehicle. Max bid for this 50 grand because this is basically a high-end supercar. Max bid for this 50 grand. Let's see if we can't get this added to our garage. This would be a fun one to drag race if we fully upgrade it. Come on. Don't be mean. Don't be mean to us. 50 grand is our maximum. And we're approaching that. We got 4, 3, 2 more. Wow. Okay. That's fine. Jeez. That's fine. We managed to get 3 vehicles. Managed to get 3 good vehicles for next stream. It's gonna be a classic muscle car, a hot hatch, and a boulevard cruiser, all gonna be fully upgraded. It's gonna be really cool. A good variety of vehicles next stream instead of kind of doing more thematic upgrades. Yeah, let's get this on the left lifter. These are gonna be the vehicles that we're gonna be upgrading next time around. Should be fun. But until then, I'm probably gonna call it night here for the end of the stream. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, do be sure to leave a like, subscribe, let me know what I'm doing well, so I can continue doing that. If I'm doing poorly, do be sure to leave a dislike, unsubscribe. Let me know that I'm poorly so I could fix it in the future. Regardless, though, thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate that. It's always good streaming to people instead of streaming to the void and everything, and it's always good talking to people and everything during the streams. A lot of fun. Tomorrow, okay, stream. I hope I hope you knew is what you want. Have a great night. Thank you. I hope you knew is what you want. Yeah, I New Year was a lot of fun. Hopefully New Year went well for you as well, Sprockets. Thank you as well for wishing me a great night. I do appreciate that both. But regardless of where you are in the world, regardless of what time it is, may it be a great time. And I will see you all the stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. where we're gonna be we'll be streaming. Yeah, we'll be streaming then. All right, take care, everyone. See ya. Bye.